I'm expecting as low as 10 degrees tomorrow night, with a high tomorrow of like 36. So, and a little bit of snow, which is fine. I totally would not mind being up here in the snow. That would be freaking magical.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own.
I want to live here. Wow. Barrel, maybe the wood stove. I mean, wow. So we had planned on moving ahead to Twin Falls fairly quickly, but I think this is an awesome spot to spend a few days. I mean, geez. The weather is one of my weather apps, Froggy Weather, which is a Google thing, is giving me Ely, and it's telling me that we're going to get some pretty cold temperatures, like down to 20, and I'm 500 feet higher than Ely, which is, you know, for every 1,000 feet you climb, it gets 3 degrees colder. And a little bit of snow, which is fine. I totally would not mind being up here in the snow. That would be freaking magical. I don't mind that it's a little bit, you know, not a lot. And, you know, we're both supplied up, so even if we did have to stay a couple days past the snow for things to dry out or whatever, we'd be fine. That's planning ahead. That's how you deal with life on the road. You have to constantly keep your eye on the weather, you know your supply situation, propane, water, and food. And, you know, can I ride out the bad weather? And in places like this, you have roads that if they're wet, you may not want to travel. We had a pretty steep hill coming in. I don't know that I would want to do that if it's super wet. So I think we'll talk through that when I get back and see what he thinks. What else was I going to say? Forest. You hear that? I love the high desert. You get everything. You get trees and wildlife without the humidity and all the rain and all the cloudy weather that you get, at least in the part of the east that I hang out at. Which I realized, I did some research the other day. It's known as one of the cloudiest, rainiest areas in the country. What do you think? We want to go back? Come on, let's go back. She's getting old. She's slowing down. Yeah. So, anyway, I think my thought was, I'm gonna do a day hike out here. I think I'd rather stay through Monday. It is now, gosh, it's only Tuesday. By Monday, I'll be ready to supply. I think he is too. I think he said. And, yeah, and it'll be nice to put the backpack on and spend the day out here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, look at this. It's freaking beautiful. You see that up there? Look at that. Yeah. What do you think? Should I stay and do a day hike? You want to see a day hike? Let me know in the comments below. I think that's what we'll do. I didn't plan on shooting this camp, but why not? Why not? And Ralph does have a deadline for crossing into Canada. For Canadians, they have to be in their home country 6 months and a day, so the majority of the time, in order to still be eligible for their free health care. And so he's got a deadline. Yeah. I mean, right now we're planning on traveling all the way up to Canada together, but you know, that can always change if he needs to get ahead and I find something that I really like and want to stay. So you know, that's how nomad friends travel together. It's kind of like, yeah, let's just see how it goes, because we're all kind of independent, and it's like, no, I really like it here, I want to stay. So we'll see how it goes, but we can also be flexible. I mean, do you see all the snow? Look at the snow. Look at these mountains. Freaking gorgeous. Holy crap, this is sage. I didn't know they grew this big. Look how big that is. This is bigger than me. This is sagebrush. I had no idea. I mean, I must have known, because look at it, it's everywhere. I just never paid attention. This is a pretty big one, though. I mean, that one right there, that's a sagebrush. But man, this looks like an actual tree. Old Budweiser bottle, screw top. Okay. Pretty cool. Well, we're in for a cold spell. It's chilly today. I'm trying to conserve energy and propane. But tonight, the forecast is calling for a low of 21. Tomorrow night, a low of 15. And that's Ely. And we're about 40 minutes outside of Ely and a little higher. I've been trying to monitor the temperature, my readings at night, matching the forecast to see how much lower our temperature is. And it looks like a couple of degrees. So I'm expecting as low as 10 degrees tomorrow night, with a high tomorrow of like 36. So I'm a little worried. I don't know that I had to have at some point been like, I think I've been down to single digits at night, like once or twice. And I always say it's fine as long as the days warm up. So I'm a little bit concerned about the 36 tomorrow. But I mean, I stay at least 10 degrees warmer in my RV, and it's going to be partly sunny, so the sun will help warm things up for sure. And I've got plenty of propane. I have my generator. We really didn't want to move until Monday. Today's Thursday. So, but now they're also predicting an inch of rain. I mean, no, an inch of snow. Friday, tomorrow morning, which I'm excited about. I wouldn't mind some snow. So, hunkering down, kind of getting ready for this cold spell. And, I'll take you guys through everything I do to prepare to make sure nothing freezes up, because I'm not winterized. So, yeah, this will be fun. It's always an adventure. So one of the things that I try to do is warm it up as much as I can by the sun. So open my curtains. Windows are magnifiers. Windows get super hot, and near windows, everything gets super hot. So opening my curtains to let all that heat in. What I want to do is warm it up in here as much as possible. And because I'm insulated pretty well, so it'll retain whatever heat. It's insulated pretty well. Like I said, it stays about 10 degrees warmer in here than it does outside. At least in normal temperature fluctuations. It might get pretty cold. It'll get pretty cold in here tonight and tomorrow night. But as long as I'm under the covers, I can leave my furnace off And I usually do it down into the mid-20s, but I might set it at freezing because it'll get below freezing in here probably in the teens. But I'll probably set it at freezing so that it'll kick on, just so that I can keep pipes and water tanks a little bit warmer. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Even if they do freeze solid, nothing is full, so nothing is going to expand enough that it's going to cause any issues. And I'll drain all my lines before I go to bed and things like that. But the warmer you can get your RV during the day, and then before it starts cooling off at night, trap all that heat in here. I'll put my blanket up here. It's open right now because I'm getting a little bit of sun in that side window, and then the sun comes around here and sets over here. So this is south. So it'll come through the windshield and warm things up. Even if I can warm up cushions, my bed, that'll all radiate heat later on. So yeah, that's the plan. Get my slippers out, get my Venusta's heated jacket out. I packed it away. I'm definitely going to need that again. I love those heated jackets. They're so comfortable and soft and warm. And in the morning, I have to, on these cold mornings, you know, I usually just wear a hoodie or layers. I'll put a long sleeve shirt on, and then I'll put often a flannel and then a hoodie. But when it's 40 degrees outside, I need more than that. So the Venusta's jacket really keeps me a lot warmer. I am an affiliate, so I'm going to put a link in the video description below if you're looking for a heated jacket, heated vests, heated chairs, heated blankets. I wouldn't mind getting a heated blanket. I think that would be nice for when I'm watching TV at night. But yeah, so put a link below, and if you want to find a way to support my channel, supporting my sponsors is a great way to do that, and my affiliates. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be breaking out my Venusta's jacket for sure. But today is a work day. We already went for our walk, and making my second cup of coffee. Yeah, my stove is dirty. Yeah, that's life. My little feet are cold. The floor gets very cold, even with all the rugs in here. Slippers are a must, even with socks. My feet are too cold. So it's 43 degrees outside, 56 in here. It's pretty good. The low last night was 36. My thermostat set at 40. My heat never kicked on last night, so yeah. I don't know what it was in here when I woke up this morning. It felt warm, actually. I was like, wow, it feels really warm. And a lot of you ask what kind of coffee I drink. I'm not drinking Pete's anymore. I'm not liking it so much these days. I mean, I buy it when I'm out of my new preferred coffee. My new preferred coffee is from dotCOM, and I buy it. It is not Salvadorian. I looked. It's not. Well, I know it's not because it's Viennese. Oh, that's the roast. Viennese or their French roast are my two favorite. Or is it the Italian roast? Ooh, I'm going to have to see where they source their beans. But they're a family-owned company, and I know a lot of us are trying to be more conscious about where we spend our money. So I buy all my nuts and seeds and flowers from them now, and my coffee. I really like it. And the coffee, yes, has gone up because of the tariffs. It's gone up $2 a pound because of the tariffs. So, yeah, groceries aren't any cheaper. All right, cave intact. Got my blanket up, and this is the thickest blanket I have. So I've got that up. Now that it's the sun is down, I wanted to get as much sun in the windshield today as I could. So once the sun started going down, or at least behind the clouds, because it's been a little cloudy day, I put that up to trap all the heat in here. Got my, oh, that's the wrong way. Been putting these the wrong way. So it should be this way. Even though it's not as pretty, because that reflects the heat back. So whatever heat's going to be on in here, it's going to reflect it back and insulate the outside, the cold. And later, maybe not tonight, but maybe tomorrow night, I often hang a blanket on that window as well to insulate that window. I've already drained my, you'll see I've already drained my water pump. So the water pump is off. I leave it off anyway and only turn it on when I need it. And I've got a Post-it here to remind myself not to turn it on in the morning. And I open my bathroom faucets all the way. And outside, it's 41. What time is it? Sun's not even down all the way yet. Wow. It's getting dark much later. But I've already got this draining. My outdoor shower catastrophe. What's left of my outdoor shower. All right. Yeah. So everything here. Oops. Nope. That's still. Wow. That's still coming out. All right. I'm going to put something else there. Hold on. All right. Yeah. That's still leaking a little bit. So we'll let that continue to drain. Oh, that'll freeze. Wait a minute, I got a towel. There we go. All right, I'll just throw a little bit of stuff back. Oh, here we go. I have a little bit of insulation that I wrap around it when it's not too cold. I just leave it up there wrapped around, but we're gonna stuff that. We're gonna close it. Try to trap in whatever heat from the inside. And I'll leave my solar panels out for now. So this morning, the forecast said 1 inch of snow tomorrow morning. Now they're saying none. All right. So these are thicker curtains than those, even though those are lined. I could stuff a blanket. A lot of air comes up through the stairwell there because underneath the step is my battery, which vents to outside. So I'm not going to worry about it tonight. I'm in like winter cold weather, multiple nights and multiple days. I will go ahead and block off that stairwell and put a blanket over the window. But like I said, as long as I'm in my bed, which I'm going to be, and that's the other thing too, I'm in spring, I'm not in winter. It's, gosh, what time is it? I think it's almost 7 o'clock and the sun is still up. Yeah, it's 6:44. So usually I'm doing this at 4:30 and, I'm going to be up a while watching TV. And so I'm going to insulate things a lot more just so that I'm warm. But it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to be in bed in an hour and a half to read. So I'm not going to do anything more tonight. But tonight's 21 degrees. Tomorrow's 15. So we'll see what my thermometer says in the morning so that I can get an idea of how much lower it is here than what the forecast is calling so that I can, do what I need to do for preparation for tomorrow night when possibly it could get down to 10. So, all right, this is my cave. Cozy. It's weird. Yeah, 7 o'clock. It's still light out. But see, it's cozy. Are you cozy? I love you. Want to watch TV? Let's watch some TV. 8:30, morning 1, 26 degrees, 41 in here. Okay, yeah, I'm just getting up. It's 8:30. I slept in because it was cold. But the low is supposed to be 21. My thermometer's showing 22, so that's good news for tonight with the 15. But I did end up, since I turned the heat on last night while I read in bed, I did cover up the floor here and put the Reflectix up. That way it reflects, I have the blower there, it reflects the heat out rather than out the door. And it was, well, it was like 60 degrees in here when I went to bed last night, but that felt cold reading. And it warms up in here pretty fast with the furnace. So, tomorrow, though, will be the real test. Oh, I've been turning off my refrigerator, too. Since it's so cold at night, I've been turning my refrigerator off at night, just to save a little propane. All right, I'm going to make my coffee. Snowing. Is Sadie barking at the snow? Sadie, are you barking at the snow? Brr. What are you barking at? Was there a critter? You want to go get it? You want to be good watchdog? Yeah, you want to get it? You're such a good girl. You're all big stretches. You're such a good girl. Hi. What do you want? Are you pretty? You are. Well, it got up to 32 degrees for a minute when the sun was out. But now it's down to 31 because it's cloudy. When the sun comes out, it's a little bit warmer, of course. So I went and poured a little boiling water over the faucet outside just so that I could turn my water pump on and fill everything up. I got sidetracked last night and left my gallon jug outside on the ground. Oh, I don't even know where the lid is. Shoot, I think it's in my basement. But anyway, I left that outside without filling it up. So if you are worried about things freezing up, make sure you have plenty of water. So fill up your water jug, fill up your tea kettle, fill up extra gallons of water, extra containers if you're, for how much you're going to need. Of course, I need water for Sadie, coffee for drinking, for not so much for flushing the toilet. I can use your imagination for that. So mostly coffee. Mostly coffee. I just went out and did that so that I could close those faucets out there so that I could run my water pump just to fill everything up. And then I think I'm going to have to drain it again if it's not going to get above freezing today. Although, I think if it hovers around 30 for now, I think it'll be fine. I did wrap all the insulation around it and everything, and I'm just really trying to keep it warm in here. I have a little bit more than a quarter tank of propane, so I'll be fine on propane. My light in here shows red. See, shows empty, but it gets to that when I have a quarter of a tank. More than a quarter of a tank. When it's really empty, it goes to, the light completely goes off, but I can still use it. I'm running on fumes. So anyway, yeah, it's a cold day. This might be the coldest day I've ever had living in my RV. I don't think I've ever had an entire day below freezing or at freezing. So this will be a test. Always fun. Always exciting. It's warm in here. We got the oven on. 62 degrees in here right now. I'll show you. I'm making some apple bread. Apple cake. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look good? So you gotta flip everything. Halfway through the cook, you gotta flip everything in an RV oven because the front of my oven is much hotter than the back. So, yeah. I'll share that with my buddy Ralph. But I like, I can run the furnace. And I pulled out the generator thinking I was going to have to run the generator by now. I haven't had to run it. I was able to put the Bluetti out yesterday. And it went from 0 to 60 in partially cloudy day yesterday. So I've got 2 of them on board right now. One's completely the other one's at 10%. The 240 is at 10%. And the Elite right now is at 50% because I used it last night. So I've got the generator out so that I can charge those later. If it does continue to get really cloudy, now it looks like we might get a little rain at 2 o'clock, then I'm going to have to probably turn on the generator to continue to run everything, charge the battery, run the furnace, charge my life. Charge my life. Yeah. I didn't expect this. Or did we? I think we may have seen it before we got up here. I don't know. All right. Well, it's a good day to hunker down and just get a lot of work done. Maybe I can get my Sunday video done early. My cave. Actually, I should turn this upside down. I will in a minute. I'll turn it upside down so that it doesn't have that gap. So when the furnace is on, it just reflects all the heat back. You know what? And I have another one. I should probably put it up on the window. You know what? That's a good idea. I don't know how much that's really going to help. And I hate how dark and cave-like it is in here. But it might help a little bit. At least to reflect the heat back. Yeah. Oops. Warm enough? Are you warm enough? Want a blanket? So my apple cake didn't turn out very good. It's kind of tough. I didn't put any oil in it. I just put applesauce in it. Probably didn't put enough applesauce in it. Maybe when it cools down a little bit more, it'll be better. Brr. It's 33 degrees now. Woohoo! And it's 64 in here. Not too bad. Big pot of curry last night. Look at that. So I'm just going to heat a little bit up for dinner. And look at... Oh. It's snowing. It's a little bit of snow flurries. Battery's not doing too bad. Just with what's on my roof and the 200-watt solar panel today that I can move around and chase the sun. And I have been using the Bluetti on and off. If the sun's out, I plug my Starlink and my laptop into the house battery. So I keep switching it back and forth because those two things really drain the house battery. So when I plug it in when the sun is out, and then I plug it into the Bluetti when it's cloudy. So this Bluetti's down to 25. So I'm going to run the generator in a few minutes, get things charged up. Part of what I want to do is charge up the 240, the Bluetti AC 240. It's got the 30 amp plug and it's weather resistant. So I'm thinking what I might do is leave it outside tonight, plug my RV into it, and see if my tank heaters work. I don't know. I've never known if they work or not. You know, when I'm plugged into an RV park, I plug in and I turn them on and the light goes on. And apparently they don't switch on until it's below freezing. But I can't tell if I'm drawing anything or not. So I have no idea if they're working. But if I plug it into the AC 240, I will be able to go out when it's below zero to see if there's any draw. I can turn everything off in here. or even just see what the difference is in the draw to see if my tank heaters are working. That'd be cool if I could run my tank heaters all night on my Blue Eddy. Yeah. A few flurries. Probably can't see it through the screen. That'll be so good. Well, I reached a high of 36 today. 36 whole degrees. Boy, it says 69 in here right now. It's kind of, you know, my thermometer might say 69. I notice when it's cold, but it sure doesn't feel 69 in here. Actually, the other one says 68. So, but it, you know, you probably have breezes and stuff like that. But I've been editing a lot today, trying to, you know, it's a crappy day. I don't really want to be outside because I'm a wimp. It's cold. So I've been plowing, you know, through trying to get as much done on my Sunday video as I can. But it's been, my software kept lagging and crashing. So I went in and did a bunch of optional driver updates. So I had to do a graphics card update. I'm doing a BIOS update now. You learn a lot about computers kind of by accident when you become a creator. When you become a filmmaker, videographer, whatever I am, you know, I've learned a lot about graphics cards and CPUs and all kinds of things. So yeah, so I've spent literally like the last 2 hours transferring files to make room on my hard drive and updating my computer. That's what literally like the last 2 hours have been. But that's okay. If I'm going to get it done, you know, I'd rather get it done when I don't want to be outside than when the sun is shining and I'm like, I want to go for a hike. So yeah, that's my day. Exciting real RV life. I did end up putting my blanket up here because I could feel the breeze. I could feel the draft coming in. So I'm insulating it as much as possible in here, especially since it's going to be like 17 degrees tonight. And it's only 35 now. So it's going to get cold fast when the sun goes down. Even though it's not very sunny, it's very cloudy, but still, you know what I mean. All right. Isn't my keyboard pretty? All right, it's time to go outside and empty my shower for the night. Open up all the valves and everything, since tonight is the real test of everything. And I brought a bigger bowl this time, so I'm just gonna open everything up and drain what's left into the bowl. Water for Sadie. So this is a really cool piece of glass I found. I've gotten into the habit of things that I find that are cool, I save them, and then usually I discard them before I leave. I bought this generator about a year ago and I'm really liking it so far. It's been working great. It's got great power. It's a little bit bigger, so it uses a little bit more gas than my old one, but I can also run my air conditioning on it, so that's nice. you think? I know, you've been cooped up all day. I know, you've been cooped up all day. Come on. Come on. Look. Go get it.
It's adequate.
Huh?
It's adequate.
Yeah. About all mine is too. Come on. Drop it. Come on, run some of this energy off. Run some of this energy off. Can I have it? No, I can't have it. You're strong. You're very strong. Drop it. Okay, drop it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oops. I have a hard time throwing that with the ring on it. My RV is plugged into the AC240P. That's the one with the 30 amp plug. And right now, the app is showing that I'm pulling about 124 watts. So while I ran the generator, I charged the Bluetti AC240, and it charges really fast, 0 to 80% in just a little over 45 minutes. So I don't have to run the generator very long to get my Bluettis run, and then I can run the Bluetti for hours and probably overnight. Oh, no lights coming on at all anymore. Oh, that's interesting. So I don't even have a fuse for tank heaters. I would have to pull out. Oh, you know what? It might be under my rig. So I have another fuse box outside. It's like a major heavy duty fuse box. It's in that storage compartment that I smashed a couple years ago. The one with the really bad dent in it. Doesn't affect that fuse box, but my tank heater fuse, if I do have if it is a fuse, could be out there, and I'm not gonna go check it. But all right, well, no tank heaters, but that's okay. It was just kind of an afterthought anyway. A couple of the lights used to work. I never thought they worked anyway, to be honest with you. Oh well, it was worth a try. But you know what? The RV is outside, plugged into the Bluetti, so I don't have to worry about my battery. I can keep my heat on all night as warm as I want. The good news is I survived a day with the high temperature of 36 degrees. Yeah, it was a little, it actually felt colder in here earlier than it does now. It feels pretty warm. I mean, I'm in a hoodie. I've got 3 layers on. I've got a long sleeve shirt, a thermal, and a hoodie. So yeah, I mean, I'm bundled up and I've got my slippers on. Maybe just from the sun being out today as much as it was, it did warm it up in here. So it did feel, and the wind died down. That could have helped too, because it's, you know, it's breezy in here. So yeah, so I survived the day, and everything is all my faucets are wide open. My water pump is empty. The shower is wide open and emptied. So I'm ready for the super cold temperatures tonight. So yeah, always an adventure. I've been saying that, huh? And I have a bunch of water. I had too much water in my pump when I was trying to drain everything. So if you have an outdoor shower issue like I do, I have to drain all my water inside into containers. Otherwise it'll just come spurting out and I'll waste it out of my shower because there is no shut off switch for the shower, which sucks. So I filled up my Nalgene hiking water bottle, a 1-gallon jug, and a couple of kombucha bottles that I keep laying around for when I make my ginger juice, and filled up the tea kettle, filled up Sadie's dish, and filled up my water pitcher in the refrigerator. So I've got plenty of water if I am frozen in the morning, and it is going to be 50 degrees tomorrow, and it's going to be sunny, I believe. The trick, not only emptying all your lines so they don't freeze, supplying up so that you have enough water in case they do freeze. I think I talked about that this morning. It's been a long day. I don't know what I've told you already. I'm going to be in editing. I'm going to be like, you're repeating yourself over and over and over again, because in editing everything happens in 5 minutes, but it's been like 12 hours. All right, I'm going to wash up a little bit and lay down and read. My library book is due in like 2 days and 4 people want it, so I can't get a extension on my loan. What am I reading? It's pretty good. It's about some guy in Ireland. Hang on, I'll find out what it is. It's called The Searcher by Donna French, and it's pretty good. Taking a break from Maisie Dobbs for a little while, just because a couple books came up recommended, I think maybe Women's History Month, and there was one for Black History Month. It was a Black author that I read before that about New York City people trying to, and gentrification and stuff like that. It was a good book. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read, trying to finish the book. I've got like 20% left in 2 days. Then we'll call it a day and wake up and do it again tomorrow. Good news is I got a lot of work done today. I'm chatty because I didn't get out and get enough exercise today. It was too cold. All right. See you in a bit.
We can go outside. Can I make coffee? Can I make coffee? What do you think? Can I make some coffee? You ready to go? It's freezing out. It's freezing out, quite literally. Mm-hmm. What? 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 I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. Thank you so much. You want to go? It's freezing out. It's really cold out. Yes, it is. It's colder, I think, than yesterday. Yes. Can I make coffee? Do you mind if I make some coffee? Thank you.
It's such a treat to be able to use my outlets when I'm boondocking without the generator running. Also, the coffee grinder works better on the Bluetti because the Bluetti has a pure sine wave inverter. My inverter inside my RV, I installed a modified sine wave, and 99% of the stuff I run, it doesn't matter, but I do notice my coffee grinder runs better on the pure sine wave inverter on the Bluetti. No, you're ready. I'm not. Are you ready? I'm not ready. Are you ready? Your critters under there? I wouldn't be surprised. Are we gonna get moist? She did good. Wow. That was really nice. It was really nice to be able to run my heat all night and not worry about my batteries. I've never done that before, boondocking. Let's see how my propane is doing. Oh, wow. Wow. I can't believe how good it's doing. Just, a 16th maybe it's down, because it was above a quarter of a tank. Wow, my propane is doing really good. Cool. Stay another day. All right, let me grab my coffee. Wow. Look at it. Frozen solid. Of course. I haven't even had a sip of coffee yet. We never did even see what the low temperature was last night. Let's check. So, this is why this is why I have containers of water. I don't even want to try to turn anything on while it might be frozen. All right. 15. All right. That's all right. Cool. That's exactly what the forecast said for Ely. Usually I'm a few degrees cooler here. So, all right. Cool. 15 degrees. We made it. We made it. And today it's going to get up to 50. So, we made it through the cold spell. All right. Well, that worked out really well. I powered my RV all night long, keeping my thermostat lower than I normally keep it to make sure it stayed above freezing in here so that I didn't cause any damage or freeze my pipes. I didn't have to worry about a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow, because the Bluetti AC240P with its IP65 rating can handle it. And I could control it right from my palm inside. If I wanted to turn it off in the middle of the night, if it warmed up or whatever, I could do that right from the palm of my hand. Unlike a gas generator, I would have had to go outside in the middle of the night to turn it off. And you don't want to leave a gas generator running all night long. So with the Bluetti AC240P, I powered everything all night long without having to worry about the noise of a generator, the gas, or the danger of a gas generator. If you are looking for a backup power source for your home, for your camping, for your RV life, check out the link in the video description below and start shopping for the perfect Bluetti for you. And using my discount code in the video description below, you're going to save an additional 5%. Thank you, Bluetti, for being a wonderful partner to this channel and keeping me cozy and warm at night. All right, it's going to be warmer today. I'm excited. I think it's going to get up to 50. Oh, it doesn't feel that bad out here, especially with my Venusa's heated jacket. I have it on high. These things are so nice. You're gonna hurt yourself. Hey, watch your eye. Okay, you're gonna hurt your eye. You're gonna hurt your eye. Oh, no. Let's just put it up here. It's not completely frozen though, so it's a little warmer in here than outside. Not necessarily, because this has been sitting in the sun. Yeah, that's more like a layer. So I'll just make sure these are thawed out good before I turn everything on. They're still wide open, so if I turn on the water pump, it'll spray. All right, so I'm going to leave you here for today. There is a little bit more, including the thaw out process. Did it go as planned, or did I have more problems? I also went for that hike back out that road, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to put out part 2 of this video on Wednesday. So stay tuned. Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, I will put out part 2, a special midweek video, part 2 of this video in Ely, Nevada. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoy my videos, the content, the adventure, and everything in between, please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. It really helps a lot. Hit that thumbs up and leave a kind comment below. And I will see you Wednesday. I'll see you Wednesday. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Bye.